Lady or gentleman, thank you so much for joining me at the corner seat for yet another episode. If you're new here, I'm your host, Rozitta. On today's episode, we have not a new face to you. This is somebody I hosted before, and due to public demand, he is back on the show again. Lady or gentleman, welcome, Sam West.
Santi, hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yes.
How about you?
I'm very excited. So we do
our
signature greeting.
You really love this. How are you, like
I'm
Kenny?
okay. Wacha nikwambie,
Yeah.
Rozitta, you know that clip we did last time?
Yeah, it was amazing.
So I sent it to most of my friends. And I was like looking forward what waniambie, but there's Sam, you looked nice in the video.
Yeah.
And I liked your content. Guess the question they were asking me.
What was they asking?
Msichana mko naye kwa video ni nani?
Really?
And then I expect niambie, after that, what's her number? So sijui siweke number hapa kwa screen.
Niweke? You're good, like Kenny.
I'm good.
I'm excited to have you back on show today.
Okay.
The feedback I received from people was huge.
Yes.
People are like, this is the content we need.
All to
Tafadhali
the good.
Rozitta,
Yes.
bring us Sam West again.
All to the glory
I'm
of
so
God.
excited.
All to the glory of God.
Karibu sana.
You see, one of the things that I've also realized is people are struggling with thoughts of identity,
Yeah.
purpose. You know, everyone is looking for a life with meaning,
Yeah.
a life with a life of significance. But now still, while you are discussing, actually, there's someone, Sam, let's talk about men, visions, and of course, marriage.
Yeah, marriage is
Watu wanapenda
vital.
mapenzi.
Ai, lazima tupendane.
You are born to love.
Yeah.
So, but let me tell you something. People need to be very careful, especially when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
There are so many people out there. You see, marriage is an institution that you should learn before you jump into it. But come on, for you, I like your car. So, but
Thank you.
when you got your car,
Yeah.
you looked for a driving license, true? But how long did it take you to get a driving license? You went to school?
Yeah, I had to go learn, and then I had to wait again
Yes.
until I got the license.
Yes. You see, that's now the difference between marriage and a driving license. Before they give you a license,
You have to learn.
you have to learn and go to school and understand how it works.
Yeah.
Now, marriage, no one gives you a marriage license without, like, you have to, like, what happens and what I've learned, people take this thing like it's easy. Like, you know how to go around it. But you need to understand it.
Yeah.
I actually think there should be a ministry of marriage in Kenya where people just go to learn about marriages and relationships.
You should be the leader.
Na tukukue na
basi.
minister.
Yeah.
Na nipewa hiyo position. Siwezi kataa. You know, marriage is one of those spaces
Yeah.
that can give you the highest sense of fulfillment.
Yeah. And just have your coffee.
Leo coffee imekuja
Kuja
mapema.
mapema, but
Lakini
it's
ni sawa.
okay.
Sikiisha.
Tunaitisha
Tunaitisha ya
ingine.
pili.
Tunaitisha ingine. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, marriage is one of those places where you can be the happiest, and can also be those places where you can be in pain. We were actually discussing with my wife the other day. Right now, people are getting married to get divorced. At the age of 22, someone is divorced. So unashindwa, what's up
Surely.
with this culture?
Yeah.
And you know, divorce is one of the toughest things you can ever go through. You know, divorce it has the same psychological and social effect like death. But now the difference is this. You know, when you lose someone,
Yeah.
you are hurt, you are emotional, you are bitter, things are going hard for you. But, you know, in death, you are allowed to mourn. Mnaenda maombolezi, watu wanakuja wanamsupport, and then siku mnaenda mnazika mtu, and then you have closure that this person is gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Now, divorce has a similar effect. Psychological pain, it's the same as death. But now the problem with this person has died in your life,
Yeah.
but they keep resurrecting. ukienda kwa supermarket
Ndio
unakutana na
yule.
yeye, the same pain inarudi tena. Ukiingia tu hivi kwa timeline yako ndio hiyo Facebook amepost kitu, ameupdate status. Sasa people need to understand that marriage is not exactly what I keep telling people. It's even better to be single and happy than be married and sad.
True.
There is a guy, I think it's Benjamin Zulu, who was saying that, you know, singleness is not a life-threatening condition.
That's so true.
And then he was actually saying marriage is not a life support. So, you know, I think people need to really try and see that this is not a place to just jump into. And, you know, I've seen so many unhappy people, so many unhappy couples, so many people who feel like they've lost it in life just because they got married and didn't understand exactly how this thing works. Most people say that women are complicated and men are also complicated.
Men are complicated.
But I think women are more complicated,
really?
Right? Let me tell you. Both of them are complicated equal measure. But they only become complicated if you don't understand them. If you don't know how to deal with a man or how to deal with a woman. I remember, I think it's in Matthew 19, there were some guys who went there and they were asking Jesus, when is it right is it right for people to divorce? And Jesus said one thing, which I think people need to learn. He said, it was not like that in the beginning. God created them both male and female. You know what he was trying to say? Before marriage, people have to first be single. But you know what happens? Most people, before they even jump into a relationship, even, you know, singleness is not the same as being alone.
There's a difference.
Singleness is actually being whole, complete, being an original by yourself. By the time me and you are meeting, we are complete individuals. But how many people take time to become complete? He nonsense, this is my better half. There's nothing of that sort. But then it's not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. You're supposed to be a whole being and another whole being coming together.
So it's supposed to be better whole.
Actually, it's supposed to be the other one.
Okay, the other one.
The Bible says two
shall
come together. Yani a whole person and another whole person coming together. You see, kama sahi, tupatie nini origin mileage. Sasa iko hivi. You see, can I use this as the example?
Yes, you can.
Na yako kwa nini imewekwa tu vitu vingine?
Yangu inaitwa peppermint.
Peppermint. Hizi vitu za green hizo pepper.
Ndio pepper.
Na mbona yangu haina kitu?
Next time we teach you.
So these are two whole cups. Now imagine if they were half. At my better half. So this is it. This better half anasema since I'm half, I need a part of you to complete me. That's why people say that, you know, when you meet a couple, he completes you. So amekama kiwa half na uko half. So unamwaga hii yote. What happens to this side yenye umemwaga?
Inabaki empty.
Inabaki empty. Sasa ana realize something within me is missing. Anaanza kusema, hey, bring my other half. So huyu na yeye inabidi ameweka hii ingine. In between mnapata both of you mnavutana kwa sababu you didn't come whole. Unajua when you are whole, unaona kama hii. If I decided kuweka saa hii, but then I would like to try this experiment, but nikiimagine nitapoteza coffee. Hiyo kitu inanisumbua.
Inakuasha.
So this is it. So you see, you're complete hivi. Both of them are whole. Huyu akiitisha kitu, maybe a demand, hey, show me some love, show me some affection, tell me nice things. So anamwekea. But you know what will happen? It's going to be an overflow. So all I'm trying to say, people need to, that's why Jesus was keen. But there is something he said. This will surprise you. Alisema, unless your other partner has been involved in sexual immorality, hauna reason ya kumdivorce. The only reason yenye watu wanafaa kuachana is unfaithfulness. I was reading a verse that really scared me. Najua Bible ukisoma inafai ku-encourage. Ni kweli.
Singine na kushtua.
But he ilinishtua. We were actually joking the other day, at any time you uko na depression, uko na anger. The people watu wanafunguanga Bible asema at ile verse 2 mimi nitafungua hivi nishike. Hiyo ndio nitasoma. Alafu hiyo sasa hivi uko na anger, uko depressed, unasema wewe Mungu niongeleshe. Unafungua hivi unashika hiyo verse, unafungua unapata and Judas hung himself. So
still not communicating.
So there's a verse I was reading.
Yeah.
Na ilinishtua sana. It's in the book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 14. They were saying that they were trying to pray to God.
Yeah.
They were making sacrifices, but God was not responding to them.
Yeah.
He was not answering their prayers. Sasa if you read on, explain why. Nasema because God was a witness to man and wife while they were coming together. Then this man became unfaithful to the wife. So God stopped answering prayers. What that actually, kwanza nilisikia nikasema wow. So if I am unfaithful, God will stop answering my prayers.
Yeah.
There's even a verse that talks about if you are not in good terms with your wife, hata usikuje kanisani.
Hata Mungu hatakujibu.
Hata usiombe. So anyway, all I'm trying to say, people need to be very careful when they rush into marriages, because it has its own conditions that are installed by God. We talked about laws last time.
Yeah.
So the first thing, I like, people have different ideas, people have different suggestions, people have different opinions in regard to that space, marriage. But I always say it's always good to refer to the original information. Original means true information, like this is how things were created to be. So there is the true information that talks about marriages. And I'm going to share with you Proverbs 24 verse 3. This is a verse that encourages me a lot because it literally gives people an idea of how relationships should be run. So Proverbs 24 verse 3, it talks about a house is built by wisdom.
Yes.
By understanding, it's established.
Yes.
And through knowledge, the house is filled by precious riches. Now, the thing is this. If you read through that verse, it never talks about love. It never talks about sex. Because people tend to think that when you love someone so much, your relationship will be 100%. Others think if you guys have sex all the time, in the morning, asubuhi, kwa kitchen, nyuma ya garage, sijui kwa wapi, kila mahali. And the more you do it, that's when you're going to be in love. But I'll surprise you. It talks about 3 things. Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge.
Wow.
Knowledge is the information that regards relationships. So people need to enrich themselves with knowledge, like soma vitabu, listen to such shows that talk about relationships, learn new things. And but I'll tell you this, before you seek information about marriage, ask yourself where are you getting the information from. And the people who are sharing, for instance, I don't see why a single person should advise a married person.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't even see why a divorced person should do the same. No, it doesn't make sense unless they have this information.
Okay.
They can wanaweza nasema, akina Sam and Rozitta, they were saying, and this is good, so I saw it on the show. But this is one of the biggest mistakes people have out there. You see, every product, see like this phone, the company that built this company, this phone, on the manual book, it says, in case this product malfunctions,
Yeah.
take it to an authorized dealer. So there are so many unauthorized dealers huku mtaani. Utaenda kupelekea nini? When the phone breaks or malfunctions.
Yeah.
So this is what has been happening. Marriage is an institution that was created by God.
Yeah.
Now the dealer himself anasema, make sure if you need help
Yeah.
in this institution of marriage,
Yes.
make sure you seek help from an authorized dealer.
Yeah.
Because there are so many unauthorized dealers huku
Out
nje.
there.
Kwambia there are shows, wanaongeanga kuhusu relationships, there are magazines, there are movies, people
Yeah.
are watching, there are
Yeah.
books, people are reading, but the question is this, are they authorized dealers?
Wow.
The only person who can fix your marriage is God.
Yeah.
He's the one who created it. Not even your friends, not
Okay.
even your family.
Okay.
Because the only thing your family will teach you is the only thing that they know.
Ish.
So people need to be very careful about that. So we are talking about knowledge, understanding,
Yes.
getting to learn all these things and make sure it sinks in. Then once it sinks in, then you need to do wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom is application of knowledge.
Oh.
If you do those three things, sioni kama
salama.
utakuwa na shida.
Wow. So talk to us about why men need to have a vision before they think of marriage.
Now, that question Jesus asked, he was asked, is it legal for people to divorce? I said, it was not like that in the beginning. Now, question is, kwani what was happening in the beginning? I always refer people to the book of Genesis because, you know, there's a lot of information about marriages, especially the first 1-2 chapters. You know, chapter 1 in Genesis is what happened, and chapter 2 is how it happened. So chapter 1 is a summary, chapter 2 is a detail. So let's go to the detail of this thing.
Yes,
So
please.
before, when Adam was created,
Yeah.
the first thing that God did, he put him in the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
So what I'm talking about, and Eden was not a place.
Yeah.
That's why you'll never find any archaeologists talking about they found Eden, because Eden was a spot with the presence of God. That's what the word Eden actually means. It means open heaven. So the first thing is God created Eden, created his presence.
Yeah.
So a man needs to first be in his presence. Then what did God do?
Akampea kazi.
Then he gave him work. So he told him, you know what, now you're in my presence, but yani the first thing that a woman should do, even when they meet any man, just check, is he in the presence of God? If he's not, so you know what happens is, right now at the moment, people go out there, women, wanaenda wanatafuta chali ambaye yuko kwa presence, wanamdrag, wanajaribu
Eti
kumrudisha.
nitampeleka kwa
Tampeleka. You'll be surprised. People never change, wakifika kwa pulpit ama altar. You know, people think that when you get married, your man will change. Unfortunately, if he's a lazy man,
He becomes
you are
lazier.
marrying a lazy man. If he's a stingy man, you're marrying a stingy man.
Yeah.
And nothing, people tend to believe like there is a miracle that happens at the altar. Tumeenda, mmetembea. The same way to women. If she's, better if, kama mi mtu nachukia, me I hate stinky women. Hey. Mwanamke ambaye haoshi nyumba yake vizuri na si smart, mwenyewe si anuki vizuri.
Mwanamke ni usafi.
Mwanamke ni usafi.
Yes.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Nothing changes. Ati kwa sababu umefika kwa altar. So the first thing, make sure that this man is in the presence of God. Second thing that this man was given was work. God told man, work. And you know, work means to become. Work means to manifest yourself. When I talk about work, we're not talking about a job.
Yeah.
Last time we talked between a job
And
and
work.
work. So until you figure out your work, don't even think of a woman.
Don't search.
Don't even search. But the work was in Genesis 2:15. The woman came in Genesis 2:22.
Okay. Okay.
Woman came later.
So
Man,
the man was already working.
man was alone by then.
Yeah.
And then akasema, after being told to work, the other thing he was told is cultivate. So cultivate means to improve, to make better.
Yeah.
So when you're getting a man, make sure you get a man who will improve you,
Wow.
will make you better.
Wow.
Rozitta, usiwaitikia kushikana na kijamaa kenye akikuimprove.
Sitakubali.
Muulize, okay, you found me. I am complete and you are complete.
Yes.
How are you going to improve me?
Wow. I would love for us to take a short break before you continue.
Yes.
So that we can have a sip of our coffee.
Yes.
Lady or gentleman, we are having Samuest on the show today. I'm pretty sure you're learning, you're taking notes. There's a lot to learn from him. So stay tuned. We'll be back after the short break.
My name is Chef James. Today we are cooking chili chicken strips.
Lady or gentleman, we are back. I hope you enjoyed that short segment courtesy of Origin Coffee House here at Golden Life Mall in Nakuru. Remember, if you'd like to order from them, you can do so via Glovo, Pickit, and Munchies, or you can call the number on your screens right now. So we are here with Sam West. Thank you so much for your time.
Karibu.
Ulikuwa unaniambia nisichukue kijana hivi hivi.
Rozitta,
Yes.
you know, I'm trying to save you one hell of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Hakuna haja many years from now nakutana na Rozitta,
Yeah.
umezeeka, uko na wrinkles, hata umeacha kuvaa smart when unavaa kwa sababu life has hit you because you picked the wrong person.
Yani.
Let me tell you something, Rozitta.
Tell me.
Number one, make sure the guy you're picking is God-fearing. Kwa sababu man was first put in the Garden of Eden. And I told you, Eden means the presence of God.
Yes.
Number two, work. Man was told he was alone. By this time, the woman is not there. We are talking about Genesis 2:15.
Yes.
The woman came in Genesis 2:22.
Yes.
Bado hajakuja, she's chilling somewhere, maybe anajitengeneza powder, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not there.
Yes.
So this man has been put in this garden, ameambiwa work, ameambiwa become yourself, find your vision, find something that you're doing. You know, the moment a man finds his work, he finds his worth. The worth of a man is in his doing,
work. Wow.
his work.
Yeah.
And anytime a man knows what he's pursuing, you know what happens? He has a lot of hope. He is very passionate.
Yeah.
He can persevere anything because he's pursuing to reach at a certain goal.
True.
But how many men out there first know their purpose? But there in Kenya, just so many confused men.
Yeah.
And you know, when a man is confused, he confuses everyone.
Yeah.
Sasa imagine Rozitta, nawe venye uko organized, umejipanga, and then ukutane na mtu confused.
Hey, God forbid. Tufiakwa.
So this man has to know his work. Sasa unang'ang'ana unafanya nini na mtu hana kakitu? Rozitta.
Yes, takubali.
Sitikie. Let's find someone who's already found what he's doing in life. Someone who's found a meaning. Someone, you know, if your husband is not sure what he's doing with his life, he's confusing you and your children and your children. In fact, the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Sasa, honestly, how are you going to leave an inheritance kwa watoto wako if you don't even know your work?
Okay. Hey, sawa.
And it's very simple, but then finding your work is easy. First, understanding your purpose.
Yes.
And I told you, purpose, the only person who can tell you is your creator,
Yeah.
your manufacturer.
Yeah.
He's the one who knows why I created you. And purpose comes before work. Purpose precedes a product.
Yes.
So before you were created, he knew your purpose. Sasa, why would you continue living in this world and you still don't know your purpose? Let me give you examples of people. I hope some of the crew members here wako kwa hii list. How to
hope
know
so.
if someone is not in their purpose. One, this guy keeps changing his jobs all the time. That is someone who is confused. Because
Okay.
someone who is keen and who's found their work,
Yeah.
they do only one thing.
Yeah, you told
Kutoka
us one
umjue,
thing is required.
one thing is required, kama
Yes.
Martha na Mary.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, this is what I'm trying to say. People who don't know what they are doing, they're all over the place. Kwanza, if mtu anafanya course hii, ameachana na hii course,
Yeah.
ako kwa hii, sijui anafanya actuarial science, ameachana nayo, ameanza course ingine. That guy, he needs to find his work. Then God said, cultivate. Cultivate means to improve. I was talking to another couple the other day,
Yeah.
and I was telling them, it's up to you to make your partner who you want her to be.
Wow.
You know, there's always what we have in mind about how a partner should be.
Yes.
So tunafikiria my partner should be someone who wakes me up in the morning,
Yeah.
ananipikia kachai,
breakfast
ananiita
in bed.
baby, and then anavaa hivi.
Yes.
So listen, if you want your partner to be like that,
Yeah.
help them
To be so.
to be so. You know, there is always what we have in
Yeah.
our mind,
Yeah.
and then there's what they are. So
Yeah.
what you do, you cultivate, you improve them.
Yeah.
Kika hivi uone your wife labda ameongeza weight kidogo na wewe unataka chupa, shape ya chupa.
Coca-Cola.
But you have to confirm ni chupa gani. Unajua kuna chupa mingi.
Yenyewe.
Kuna soda. Kuna kale kachupa kadawa. Kale kuna chupa.
Choose your bottle.
You have to choose your bottle well. So kitu ya kwanza, if you feel ako kwa chupa ya dawa na unataka kuwe hii chupa ya soda, mwamshe asubuhi, mwambie babes, tukimbia asubuhi.
Yes.
Babes, fanya hivi. Bedhe kuna sessions za Zumba zenye watu wana dance,
yeah,
twende. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. You need to be someone who can improve your partner. Then there's something God told Adam. Akamwambia, first be in the presence,
Yeah.
work, find your vision, find your work.
Yeah.
Then akamwambia, cultivate, protect. And then he gave him the word. Aliambiwa that fruit.
Yeah.
The woman was not given any work. The woman hakuwa hapo hizo instructions zikipeanwa.
Hakuwepo.
Woman hata hakuambiwa work. Imagine.
Okay.
In short, you should just be in the house chilling,
Really?
watching Netflix, unaletewa vitu.
Really?
That is what it was in the beginning. Jesus alisema, don't you know, it was not like that.
Oh.
They were both male and female. Then you go to the beginning, you find that it was the man who was working. The woman was not working. I'm not saying msifanye kazi. We need your money and then mfanye kazi. But in the beginning, it was not like that.
Yeah.
Now, something else transpired.
Yes.
Hiyo element ya giving his word to man. You know what that means? The man should have more word.
Yeah.
Yani anafaa kwe, he can speak the word of God to a woman. But unfortunately, right now, the women have more word than the men.
Wow.
So the reason why Jesus was being asked about divorce, anaruka, anawarudisha to the beginning, it was not like that. The man had to be in the presence. He had to know his work and vision. He had to be a guy who can cultivate and improve you, and he needs to be a man who can teach his wife the word of God.
Wow.
Now, after all that had happened, guess what happened? God said, it is not okay.
Right.
Imagine, God was creating everything. And I create the heavens, anasema, this is good. And I create the oceans, anasema, this is good. And I create the vegetation, anasema, this is good. Then akasema, but it is not good
For a man to be alone.
for a man to be alone. But which man?
The one who is working.
The one who is in the presence.
Oh, in the presence.
Who is working,
Working.
can cultivate, can protect, and has the word of God.
Wow.
That's the man that should not be alone. If he's not doing any of those things, this man should be alone.
Akae peke yake.
If a man by there has no presence of God, wacha akae peke yake. If he's not working, but there, if you're out there, guys, let me speak. Which camera? Niambie. If you are a woman and your man is not working, enda nyumbani mwambie you are supposed to be alone. Enda home. I'm sure mtaedit hiyo. I'm very sure mtaedit. Na kuona vizuri. So, this is what I'm trying to say. A good man needs to have all those attributes.
Okay.
And guess what God said? I will make him a helper. This man does not deserve to be alone. And guess, do you know what? Who is a helper?
A helper.
Eh.
Somebody who has an ability to add something into you that you're missing.
No, listen, this is what I like. You're very smart. I think that's why you needed to be in this show, because you're very smart.
Thank you.
If we had gotten any other person hapa kwa issue hata singekuja.
stop.
But wewe ndio umefanya tukuje juu how smart you are. Sikiza hapa. Now, a helper comes to help what is already progressing. So if a woman has come into your relationship as a man,
Yes.
and there's nothing you're doing, you have no work, what is she coming to help?
To idol.
And you know what happens? You know, when a woman comes na hakuna kitu anafanya,
Yeah.
let me tell you what happens. Ni kama kuandika mtu kazi na umwambie anafanya kazi gani.
Oh, okay.
What do you think they will do?
Eventually they look
Watajipea kazi. That's why you have so many women out there.
Yeah.
Ameolewa but amefungua kampuni yake. Because alikuja bwanake hana kitu ya kumsaidia. When you don't give a helper something to do, they'll help themselves. That's why angalia, enda huku nje kumejawa mama wa haria wako na makampuni wana supply sijui nini, wako na matenda, because they have nothing to help at home.
Okay, interesting.
Now listen, a helper on the other hand, usually when someone is coming to help, they are probably strong as you
Yes.
or stronger than you. So men should stop feeling insecure because their woman is stronger than them.
Ebu ambie tena.
Yeah?
Tell them.
Niangalie.
Yes.
You see, when a woman comes to help, she comes with intellect, she comes with ideas, she comes with wisdom, intuition, she comes with grace, she comes with discipline, attitude, and men should not feel like this woman is coming to take away their position.
Yes.
She's coming to help you. She's coming to help you. Instead of using all of that for your
Take it-
good and for your
yeah,
benefit,
yeah.
you start thinking, huyu ni mjuaji, she's aggressive. All those things are equipments that
Yeah.
have been brought to you by God to help you
you.
become and accomplish your vision.
Oof.
So when a man keeps saying that my woman is so aggressive, she's not aggressive. You just don't know how to use that equipment.
Wow.
Yani, what I'm trying to say is this.
Uh-huh.
People need to understand the reason why God brings some people into their lives.
Okay.
A woman is, to start with, a woman was built.
Yes.
A man was formed. Forming is from nothing, building is from something.
Wow.
Lazima mwanaume angelala, atolewe ribi yake, and then the woman was created.
Wow.
In fact, mi naona kama God created us. Unajua when you create something from nothing, ni kama try and error hapa na pale. Hata ukiangalia wanaume wanakanga tu hivi. Hua!
Oh my
But
God.
women, God took his time, akaunda, akatengeneza vizuri, akaongeza vitu zenye aliona haziwork. Akaona hii ni model 1, hii ni version 1. Version 1 kuna vitu iko analeta, akaongeza version 2, akaibuild, akaiongeza vitu extra.
Okay.
That's why kimi ushangaa yani. Ushangaa. Why that's why, but I've always been asking, because I've been trying to observe my wife.
Yeah.
Nashindwa, why is it that she's able to do some things better than me? Kuna vitu hufanya na mimi hufanya. And I see myself as one of the top notch guys in the world.
Yes.
But yeye akifanya it just is flawless.
It has a touch
it's
to it.
effortless. It has detail.
It has a je ne sais quoi.
Aish! Shika ile. Eh? It's because they were built.
Okay.
Let me tell you something about women.
Yeah.
Women are like incubators.
Yes.
What an incubator does, you give it something, it multiplies it,
Yeah.
makes it bigger, and then gives it back.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, if you give a woman a house,
Yes.
she will work on it, multiply it,
Yeah.
make it better, give it life, and gives you a home.
Yes.
The same thing, if you give her frustrations,
Ah, ah,
she will multiply them. She will give them life and give you hell. So this is what I tell men.
Yeah.
Whatever you're getting from your woman, it's what you are giving her.
Wow. So look at yourself first.
Yes.
Look at yourself, what you're giving your woman.
Look at yourself. What are
Wow.
you giving her? If you're giving her a lot of love and affection, she gives
Yeah.
it to you double. If you're giving her frustration, she'll do the same thing. So a good man knows
Yes.
that I should give my woman my vision. I think people should try and understand
Yes.
the person that God has given you. That's why Bible says whoever gets a wife gets a good thing.
A good thing.
Because it's a blessing,
Yeah.
and this is a gift that God gives you because He knows you're on a journey.
Yeah.
You need to achieve something.
Yes.
You need to go to a certain vision, but that vision requires specific people to take you there.
Wow.
And part of that is your partner.
Maybe you have a man who's watching us,
Yes.
and maybe there's something he lacked when he got into marriage, and
Yes.
they're going through maybe a challenging time in their marriage, maybe
Yes.
because he didn't know his vision, it wasn't as clear.
Yeah.
What can that man do to save the marriage that he is in?
Divorce that person and start again. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I
I'm
was
kidding.
like, what?
I'm kidding. So this is it.
Yeah.
If you already made a decision and you're already in a relationship and now you need to get things straight,
Yeah.
first, you need to first get into his presence. Bado mkiwa na your wife,
Yes.
and you need to figure out your vision. But the way, you see, one of the reasons why vision is important,
Yeah.
you see, when a woman comes to you, you see, let me first explain about a vision. A
Yes.
vision is where you want to go,
Yeah.
but you are here. You want to have a mega company, but at the moment you're employed, you have a job.
Yeah.
So it's like uko on your stepping stones. Jobs are not bad because
Yeah.
jobs help you elevate to your work.
True.
But don't be stuck to your job forever. Please have a plan. In fact, I think it's Ecclesiastes that says,
Yeah.
when you sow in the morning, don't be idle in the evening.
Yes.
Which means if you're working asubuhi, jioni, work on your work.
Okay.
If kama umeandikwa mahali, you are cleaning somewhere, unainua mizigo, unabeba
Yeah.
cement, una nini, mawe zote, make sure you are working on your work. Do it ukijua this is in the meantime. This is not my full-time job. So what I'm trying to say is this. If you are stuck in a job,
Yeah.
have a plan. Usifikirie kukaa kwa hiyo kazi for the rest of your life. Start thinking about your work.
Okay.
And gradually shift from your job to your work, because that's where there's fulfillment. Most people out there
Yeah.
are not fulfilled. They feel like something is not okay. You feel like you are not enjoying your life.
Yeah.
Feel like there's something you're missing because you missed on your assignment.
Yeah.
I told you in the last interview, people should go and watch it.
Yeah.
We are all here on a single assignment.
True,
And if you miss that assignment,
Yeah.
you'll always have a deep desire within you that will always tell you something is not okay. You are not happy, even if you have all the money in this world, even
Yeah.
if you have, but then you can be successful in something that is not your assignment.
True.
You can be so rich, you can even have a company that is not your assignment, but you will not be fulfilled. So you need to figure out your real assignment.
Yeah.
So now, just going back to your question,
Yeah.
you know this is where you are going, but you are here. So when you meet a woman,
Yes.
don't show them where you are. Show them where you are going.
Ooh, wow.
So that guy, Rozitta, that has been texting you, today muulize, where are we going? Show me, tunaenda wapi?
Swali tutauliza.
Swali hizo, but hizo maswali zote, 5 questions.
Okay.
Are you in the presence of God? Are you working?
Yeah.
Can you cultivate? Can you improve me? Can you protect me? Do you have the word of God? But where are we going?
Wow.
I want to tell me vizuri clear. This is for men. This
Yes.
now saying kusaidia yenyu. So men, anytime you are speaking to a girl, na unajua uko hapa, show them the vision. People buy visions. Last time we were talking
Yes.
about visions.
Yeah.
Kawambia, but if you show people what you are hoping to do, they'll support you.
True.
And when you meet a girl, usianze kumwambia saa hii naishi
Bangladesh.
bedsitter, naishi sijui wapi, saa hii sina kakitu, naweza kupeleka date, sijui chips mwitu. Don't tell her about what you are right now.
Yes.
Tell her where you want to go.
Wow.
But there ladies wanapenda kuona vision.
Yeah.
And you know, she's coming into your life to make that vision
Yeah.
become, come to life. So, what I would say, go talk to your partner. If you've already gotten yourself in a relationship, tell your partner, by the way, I know tulikutana nikiwa hapa. I was not, sikuwa nimejipanga, but right now I'm willing, and I have a vision, and this is where I want us to go. Can you help me? Be my helper, show me the way. Na ukuwe mtu wa kusikiza. But there are these women, the women can give you advice, but wanaume watakangi kuambiwa.
Is it ego ama ni nini? What happens?
Ni ego, and then lack of identity, lack of understanding who they are.
Yes.
Kwanza kuna wanaume wako pale Twitter, mimi ningetaka kuongelesha wanaume wa Twitter.
Men on Twitter.
Hao wanaume watakangi kuambiwa kitu. They always have an opinion to everything. Yet they are very ignorant. They have no information. They are lacking wisdom. Please, calm. Stambia hizo nini? Calm your ego. Nikataka kusema kitu kingine nikarealize ni wanaume hawana hizo. So calm your ego, okay? Please calm your ego. Wacheni mfunzwe.
Yes.
You'll be taught. You'll be helped. The only way you can help someone is if you decide one day, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Your submission to your kusema I don't know, I need help. You utasaidika.
Wow.
Si mko willing tusaidia?
Sana.
Mko willing?
Kabisa.
I needed to say one thing before we close the show.
Yeah.
There's a verse that talks about the S word.
We can call it.
We can use that word.
Yes.
Submission. You see, we were listening to something, and most women have an issue with that word, especially the modern woman.
Yeah.
They're not willing to submit to their men. But this is what the Bible says. It talks about husbands, love your wives, just like Christ loved the church.
Yes.
And talks about wives submitting to their husbands. Now, this is what I might say.
Yeah.
Women were asked to submit, but you cannot submit to a man who has no vision,
True.
a man who is not in his presence.
Yes.
Because it says just like Christ loved his bride. Najua bride ya Christ ni kanisa.
Yeah.
The same way Christ loved the wife is the same way the husband is supposed to love the wife.
Yeah.
Now, women were asked, submit. But how did Christ love the church? By giving his own life.
Wow.
By being crucified
He died
for the
for the
sake
church.
of his wife. Men, are you willing to get crucified? Are you willing to sacrifice your own life for the sake of your wife? You know what that means?
Yes.
I'm not talking that ati siku moja kukiwa na mathags wameingia kwa nyumba wamepoint gun kwa bibi yako atiruke hapo mbele yake umwambie ni shoot mimi. I'm not saying that. That's what I'm not saying. I'm talking about sacrificing some things for the sake of your partner.
Wow.
Are you willing to sacrifice those football games so that you can spend time with your wife?
Yeah.
Useme leo enyewe Arsenali wanacheza na mimi ni team Arsenali na hiyo game sitaenda kuwatch. I'll not spend time with the boys, I'll spend time with my family and my young boys at home.
Yes.
Are you willing to sacrifice your resources for the sake of this woman?
Wow.
Are you willing to sacrifice some of your habits for the sake of the happiness of this woman?
Yeah.
That is exactly what Christ did.
Okay.
Now, if you get a man who is willing to do those things, please, na wewe submit.
Okay.
Msisumbuane kwa
Okay.
nyumba.
I think women don't have an issue submitting to a man who has that vision. Na mwenye amesema that this is where I'm going to.
Kwanza, you know, when a man is in his presence,
Yeah.
even his decisions
Yeah, they're
are
guided.
right. They are all
Yes.
guided.
Yeah.
So a man who listens to the presence of God. Like, kwanza, if a man cannot lift his hands in church, achana naye Rozitta.
Okay.
This is a man who is not willing to worship. He's not willing to surrender to God. You need a man who can read the word of God. Mkae naye hapo chini. People, in fact, I've noticed most men don't make time to watch sermons.
Yeah, they don't.
But they are willing kushinda hapo wakiwatch Netflix the whole day. All I'm trying to say is this. You need a man. You know, anytime you're guided by Christ,
Yeah.
anytime you're guided by the Spirit of God,
Yes.
He even reveals to you things that will help you and your family
Okay.
have a very good relationship.
Wow.
So, men out there, tafadhali, tuweke ego chini. Yes, wekeni ego chini. And submit and surrender to the presence of God. You'll be surprised how fulfilling your relationships will be.
Wow.
You see, the man is the one who's supposed to be waking up at 4 a.m. Omba. You know, wewe kama Rozitta, imagine if your husband wakes up every day at 4.
Hey, tunaenda
Anaomba.
mbali sana.
Si utamjoin?
Eh, kabisa.
Mi nasikianga vizuri nikiamka kuomba, alafu nasikia mimi nasema, but then nikusikia ukiomba. Najua, oh. Nice. You know?
Okay.
You'll never have issues
Yeah.
if you submit to the presence of God.
Sure. He, leo wanaume megongwa ndipo. Kabisa.
Kabisa, lazima tu deal na hii kitu
Sa next
kabisa.
time tutaongelea wanawake. You've said
Next time
there's
we need to
something to
speak
tell
about
women.
women. We need to speak about some things that women should do.
Yeah.
We need to, next time it's about women.
Okay.
Eh,
Women, mmesikia. Next time ni nyinyi, it's your turn. Otherwise, I'm so grateful.
yes,
Thank you so much for your time.
you're welcome.
On behalf of the men who are watching,
Yes.
thank you for sharing this word. I'm pretty sure so many of them needed to hear it
Yes.
from a fellow man.
Yes,
And I'm grateful for that.
Yes.
Asante sana for being on the corner seat.
yes.
We are waiting for you next time.
Santi,
Karibu
looking forward
sana.
for that. And by the way, quick one, men. If you are unfaithful to your wife, maombi haitajibiwa.
Tell them.
Malachi 2 verse 14. He refused to answer their prayers. He was not receiving their sacrifices because God was a witness to both male and female.
Wow.
And he refused to answer those prayers because the men were unfaithful to their wives.
Weh. Okay.
Shamaliza.
Wamesikia.
Wamesikia.
Wamesikia kabisa. I'm looking forward to the woman show. Okay, what should we call it? The show where you'll
The
be
ladies
talking
edition.
about ladies edition. But I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm so appreciative. So, lady or gentleman, that was it for today's episode. A lot has been shared by Sam West on today's episode. Wanaume, there's a lot that has been shared specifically for you. I hope you take note, and I hope that you're going to do exactly what Sam West has taught you. Until next time, I'm your host, Rozitta. Bye, guys.
Bye.